Flippy on the beat, right?
I think this is so crazy, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
This is what's actually like a running supermarket.
like I think what's so crazy about this place is the fact that it's run down, it's worn down, but it's still standing.
Yeah, man.
Like, I think there's like a lot of symbolism in that in itself.
Yeah.
Like, it's torn, it's worn down, but it's still standing. It certainly has like a warehouse vibe,
Yeah.
you know? Like the size of it. Like, look at the trees and the plants, everything is just growing.
It's still standing though. They've tried to, as easy, take it down. But it's still standing, which means it's solid. It's like it's another sign of something that, like, when something is good, you can't really take it down.
You know? That's like timeless. Like just think about music. I mean, just looking around this building, it just shows like when something is timeless, like it's forever.
It stays, yeah.
It doesn't matter what comes next. It doesn't matter who drops next. I mean, we'll always remember Michael. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's just, I think that's the power of music.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
feel like music, man. Good music stays for a while. It stays forever. You know, we still playing. You know, what's the song my parents always play? Every morning. Like I fell in love with like music too. My parents, you know, with my parents, my brother playing R. Kelly. Oh shit, R. Kelly. But anyways, R. Kelly, Lil Wayne.
Timeless, man.
Timeless music, bro.
So I mean, let's talk about your name for a bit.
Sure.
AK. I know a lot of cats these days have names. They probably have nothing to do with anything. They probably just sound cool, sound dope.
Yeah.
But I'm really curious to find out, like, AK, like, what's that about? Is there any meaning behind that, or is it just AK?
There is a meaning behind my name. Well, the Prexidis part of it. So it's AK Prexidis. Well, Prexidis was my late mother's name, so I kind of wanted to use it, you know, because there's so many AKs. So why don't AK Prexidis? So for me, it was just like a way to honor her, and it was me, and it was like basically to honor her, because I never got the chance to meet her, so I might as well just honor her through the music.
Yeah.
I guess. Yeah.
It's dope, man.
Yeah.
It's dope.
Sure.
Let's talk about studio, bro. Like, I know how much of a grueling process that can be.
Sure,
you know, I know how many hours goes into that. Just think about baseline, you know, from the production to the recording to the writing. Just take me through like the process of making that song.
Yeah, man. So it was a journey.
Yeah.
Actually, it was a journey. So we made the beats in December 2019. Flippy made the beats. At this time, we made the beats, and then January 2020 started like writing to it, and recording. We recorded it in January, yeah. So it needed to be dropped in February. So it was a long process, because it took us like 9 hours. Like I remember the Saturday, I left at home at like 10 in the morning, came home at 10 o'clock. Because we were operating in between, obviously, but it was a long day, bro. It was a long day writing melodies. But at the end of the day, we came up with something.
That's dope, man. That's dope. Like the first time I heard bassline, like there's just a certain atmosphere when you've worked on like a good piece of art,
bro.
you know.
Timeless.
And I had that feeling. Like it's a weird feeling. I can't explain it, but like that's bassline. Like that's how I felt, you know.
Yeah, it's timeless.
So like, let's just talk about the title, because like to me that's like the first thing that I saw that sort of like caught my attention. Bassline, you know. Like, what's the name about? How did that come about? Is there any connection of the name with the actual song?
Nothing much, really, bro. Nothing much. To be honest, it's nothing much. It means nothing. But Baseline was the title we came up with. We're like, nah, let's rock with Baseline, because the beat was just called Baseline at the time.
Oh yeah.
So we're like, nah, fuck, might as well just.
So the classic producer title, Baseline.
You might as well just put
carry on with that title.
Yeah.
That's dope. So let's talk about AK going forward. I mean, we've heard Baseline. I know. I know there's a lot of music coming. Well, I hope so.
There is, man.
From what I've heard from Baseline, like, I'm really excited what you've got coming next. But I mean, like, what are your plans just going into the future, like music-wise, project-wise? What can we expect from you coming soon?
For me, it's like more work. Like in terms of like, I'll probably drop another single or two this year. But this year for me, it's just working on the brand AK Prexidis and just putting out music. With a lot of promos with it. So I just don't want to put out music and there's no direction to it for me, because there's so much money involved when you're making this music. So for me, we need to move as a team. We need to move as a team strategically and just, trying to be in line with the times we live in right now, because it's very difficult.
Yeah, it's crazy right now.
Yeah, you can't even perform, so we need to move strategically, basically. And this year I'll probably drop more singles or an EP. I'm not quite too sure. Maybe I'll drop an EP late this year. Maybe I want to put like a stamp to it, because then I'm. So like probably this year, man. I'm gonna drop another single, like probably in August.
Dope.
Titled Location. Location. I think Location is next.
Sounds like a vibe.
For sure.
Yeah, so I mean, like, quite crazy times right now, with the pandemic, everything that's happening around us. I mean, being an up-and-coming artist is hard on its own, like how hectic is it now, more so, like shows being cut off, but like budget pretty much being streamlined, even for the top guys, I mean, as an upcoming artist, how are you as AK sort of like maneuvering around all of the noise that's happening right now and just keep doing what you're doing,
For me, like, I just want to have like work. I feel like if the work is good enough, it'll reach the good ears that need to listen to the music. So for me, it's focusing more on making dope music, having like a great or a better social media presence, because I'm not like a type of person who likes being out there in terms of the music. But I feel like now I have to be more open, more like, guys, this is what I'm doing, because now you can't really say, hey, I'm gonna put out a song and go perform here. Now it's about social media, bro. How much work are you putting in social media? What is the budget? How many people know your song? How many tweets? How many people on Instagram are clicking on your stuff? So it's all about the social media presence right now. I feel like it's more important, because that's how you can double up on your digital platforms, where you can get money out of it. Eventually, like, you just need to focus basically on the social media type or social media phase right now. So
feel you. I mean, I'm really looking forward to what you bring, man. I really appreciate this conversation. It's just nice to touch base,
Definitely.
I'm really excited to see what you're coming with, man, to see what you bring, From what I've heard right now, bro, like, I'm teasing right now, Like, your stuff is really dope. And
thank you, bro.
I can't wait to hear, like a body of work from you,
I appreciate it.
You gave us the munchies, and I want a whole meal now, you know what I mean? So, like, shout out, man, shout out. Thanks for the interview, bro.
Appreciate it, bro.
Sure.
Let's just spend time. Gon' press rewind. I'ma be honest, girl. The pussy got powers, girl. I had to rewind it back to the time when I met you in college, girl. A nigga had options, girl, but I chose you to be mine. Had to call you my bitch, not the K9.